don't allow people to change the person that you are. When you allow people to change the person that you are innately, they win. I want to repeat that. Do not allow people to change the person who you are innately, the person that you are authentically. I have in the past been the kind and caring, overly empathetic person, and people have taken advantage of that. They have taken advantage of that. They've taken it for granted. They have become unappreciative, right? They don't show gratitude. They tend to start to expect it. And the old saying, if you give somebody an inch, they'll take a foot, that applied a lot of the time. And I almost allowed that type of behavior to change me. I'm a very giving person, and I will give you my last if I have it. However, at some point, people begin to become users in my life and try to take the type of person I was for granted. And I started to get resentful about it. And I told myself that I would not be so giving and so kind and so ready to offer help. But what I realized is that wasn't me. That wasn't me at all. And I didn't want the other person to win by changing who I was at my core. So what I'm saying to you is, do not allow people to change you. Do not allow people to make you resentful and hateful and bitter towards people. That changes you. That changes you at your core. It causes emotional trauma, emotional weight on you. I started to become a shell of the person that I used to be, and people could see it. They could see it when I walk into a room. Before, when I walk into a room, it was like sunshine. Hey, y'all. I'm here. It was that type of thing. And I think I began to kind of hide myself, It wasn't so much of the sunshine and just more of a stern person walking into a room with a wall around me, trying to block out the people who I had come to believe were all users. And I started to believe that people were just takers at heart. However, that is not true. All people are not that way. And because I was presenting myself that way, I was a shell of the person that I used to be. I was no longer attracting positive people. I began to attract the very people who I was trying to repel with my feelings, my emotions, that guard that I had up. We tend to attract the things that we put out. And I was putting out someone who was guarded. I was guarded. I was paranoid. I didn't trust anyone or anything. I was always looking for the ball to drop, the other ball to drop. And that just was not a good thing to do. And when I realized, it took somebody to say, hey, is something going on with you? Like, where's the old you at? Where's the old you? What's going on? I realized that, oh my God, you know, I have allowed those people, those negative people, to change me at my core of who, the core of who I really, really am. And in turn, they had power over me. Yeah, that's a hard thing to to actually say, but they did. They had power over me. So I am here to tell you that no matter what you do or who you do it for, if you do things for people and they do not appreciate what you do, then so be it. Because you did it because you wanted to do it, because it makes you feel good, because it makes you happy to do it. It doesn't matter what they do with it. You know, if their intentions are not the greatest, it doesn't matter, because you've done what you came to do on your end, and the blessings will return to you for it. I'm gonna give you an example of my mother-in-law used to say, she used to tithe, and she would always say, you know, once I give that money to the church, I don't care what they do with it. I don't care what they do with it. It didn't matter, because she gave it from her heart and she knew her intentions for it. If they took it and they squandered it, that's on them, because of her intentions and the frame of mind that she was in when she gave it. Her blessings would still come to her. They were still coming. And when you do things with good intentions and love in your heart, your blessings are still going to come, regardless of whether the person appreciated it, of whether they were, um, doing it to take advantage. It doesn't matter. And you get to keep your integrity about yourself. You get to be that ball of sunshine that you always are. So don't allow people the power over you to change you, because that makes them a winner and you a loser. That's the message for today. And with that being said, be blessed and stay happy by any means necessary.